Brother, you guys are getting legit canceled? No, we're not, man. Shut up. It's just... no, dude, we're not. That's not a real thing, okay? That's not a fucking real thing. Please, don't be annoying about this shit, okay? Yeah, please, stop. It's just like... memeing too close to the sun. I don't care. Anyway, hopefully it'll like I said, hopefully it'll turn into more viewership for the pod. That would be awesome. I think what a lot of people don't realize is that when you're friends in the real world, the audience's expectations, or the audience's like reception of something that you see is not going to actually rip apart the dynamic that you have with your real world friends. You know what I mean? It can sometimes. It can test people's real existing relationships, but that doesn't, you know, it's not going to actually impact. It's not going to actually impact the real world friendship that you have. In any case, that's fun though. I like it. I think it's cool. I mean, it's, for me, this is nothing, but I feel bad for Will a little bit. I'll be honest. 'Cause like, you know, he's not super used to getting blistered like this, like being in the crosshairs like this. This for me is like any given. I mean, I get like Swifty saying I'm misogynistic is nothing in comparison to the American government. You know what I mean? Or the Israeli government using its Hasbara network to call me a fucking terrorist and demand I get deplatformed and maybe even arrested every day. So like, as a matter of fact, right now. So Fearand is under attack. Not only were the servers under attack, but Fearand is under attack. Okay. Cutie's Crash Out is going mainstream on Twitter. Y'all are cooked. Yeah, I know. I hope it brings like attention and eyeballs. I hope it brings attention and eyeballs to the actual podcast though. Cause it's really funny that normies watched it and they just like were yelling about us. And, you know, there's like hundreds of thousands of likes on it. But it's cool because, like, you know, maybe they'll just like investigate a little bit further and realize that we're good friends. You know? A lot of girlies don't know y'all are friends. They're getting really mad at Will and you. Yeah, I know. It's funny, though, because it's like... Wait, did Hospaz delete it or something? Oh, no, he didn't. He just posted, okay, damn. This one got 30K likes. Women should make misogynistic men cower in fear more often. Little bitch couldn't even look her in the eye. It's pretty wild. But we have a fun little bit today, or shot tonight. You should rage bait Cutie again over this clip. Lol, kid. It's crazy how this post is taking off. Yeah. It's pretty funny though. People will just be like, people literally would just be like, this is exactly my experience with all of the misogynists that have hated on me for enjoying Taylor Swift. And it's like, well, you know, we're memeing, like we're rage baiting our friend who we love. Anyway, and not only is she our friend, but also our equal partner. In any case, look. There's so many. It's awesome. I think it's dope. I think this is the closest we've been to like a FaZe Clan style situation where we just like clip bait, we clip farm, and then it goes crazy. And then hopefully it increases the amount of viewership that we get for the pod. For me, this is like, this washes past me. This washes past me. Okay, yeah, see, I called it yesterday. New Yorker's also done it. The New Yorker trashed for inviting pro 9/11 radical Hassan Piker who called Israelis inbred to speak at festival. Give him a helicopter ride to Gaza. This photo is so awesome. Are they baiting their audience into thinking that like I'm cool and I'm a radical because I'm wearing a Texas tee? This is me LARPing as a J6er. Gloria Allred is quoted in this article. Gloria Allred? Wait, what? Gloria Allred is quoted in this article? What the fuck? Anyway, again, no motion, no momentum. It is what it is. But hold on. Pro 9/11 radical is wild and potential libel, is it not? Guys, we don't live in the old world, okay? I think a lot of you guys don't understand this thing where you say like, dude, like, what are you doing? Sue these newspapers. It's the New York Post, brother. That's all they do. Like, all the replies are just horrifically Islamophobic. At a certain point, you get used to this stuff, okay? If you are a visible, high-profile Muslim doing any kind of political commentary, this is your life. This is your life forever. And this has been my life forever. I don't really give a shit. It's just right-wing propaganda. Who gives a fuck, you know? It's only as impactful as you make it. It's only as impactful as you. Isn't it just Islamophobia? Yes, of course. Of course. Of course. Also, I love the New York Post. As you guys know, it's my favorite newspaper. It's the most serious newspaper in the tri-state. It is the real democracy dies in the darkness newspaper. So, you know, shouts out to the New York Post. They're my goats. I love them. I will, of course, keep, you know, I need to get like, what I need to do is get copies of these papers, like all of the ones where they've written about me and just like put it together in a compilation. Cause I think it's sick. Was Cutie actually mad in the clip? Not really. I mean, it's just, I mean, she did get annoyed about the Taylor Swift stuff for sure, but like, it's not, you know, it's not like something that is a deal breaker. Like, you know, yeah, we're rage baiting her. Yeah, but the clip is like, I mean, she's exaggerating her reaction here. We didn't even do it, like, which is funny because like she says it, I think she says it like right after the clip is done. But of course, that part never gets.
On Taylor Swift with you guys. I'm not even kidding. I don't like it. I don't enjoy it.
You know what?
We asked you about the biggest news in America, which is her engagement.
You guys are infuriating. So it's not like, oh, how exciting! What flowers is she gonna have? You're like, oh my God, Kitty, did you shit yourself? Did you shit in your little pretty pants? You stupid little bitch that loves Taylor Swift. Did you drink your pumpkin spice latte and kick your stupid little Ugg boots in the air? You dumb little fucking cunt. Is that what you say to me? I don't like talking on Taylor Swift with you guys. I'm not even kidding. I don't like it. I don't.
She's so real for this, not gonna lie. Yeah, she was banging. I think I cracked it. Yes, I'm gonna talk about the 475 in custody from the Hyundai ICE raid, man. I will. Hold on. Nah, brother, it's just funny. I think so too. I think it's great content. It's not. She was right and valid. I would have crashed out on you dunderheads too. See, this is what I mean. That like people don't understand it. It's not as serious. Anyway, how do you guys navigate those boundaries? Do y'all know it's always content? Yes, dude. What do you mean? This is such a funny question because it's like, this is Like what you see on camera is oftentimes an exaggerated version, but also like we're friends. Like we spend time with one another off camera. We talk to one another about, issues that we have in our lives. I don't know how it's been like 8 years and I still always try to describe to people that like what you see on camera and your interpretation of events is not always going to be correct. And that a lot can get lost in like the nuance. You're forgetting just how autistic your chat is, Abby. I don't think it's the autism of my community, honestly, but I think there is something that like, I think the internet just makes people's interpretation of things more neurodivergent because of the medium, okay? The medium itself is not up for, like the medium itself is not up for any sort of real interpretation, and because you just can't tell. What you see is what you get. And especially if it's like negatively framed, especially if you're like leaning in the direction of something like that, unless you literally say, I am joking over and over again, or like lights are flashing that says, this is a joke, this is a joke, people are most likely going to take it seriously. And even if they are different in their own assessment, in their own interpersonal assessments, in their own lives with their own friends, in the real world, they can't make that similar. They can't translate that assessment to like what they see online. And I fall into this trap every now and then. It's just like a part of the medium, It is what it is. But like I said, I enjoy it. I think this kind of controversy is good. Hopefully they'll come in to watch Cutie Cinderella bravely defend feminism on the pod. And it will drive discourse, but then hopefully attention to the podcast as well. Also, it is funny when people literally are continuing to do this thing where they say, well, Cutie read her comment on the video. Cutie commented that she's no longer talking about Taylor Swift on the pod, though. It's definitely nuanced. The pushback is definitely because of the audience reaction. Like, once again, you are talking to a 34-year-old adult who spent last night with these people. Okay? Why do you think you know about this? Why do you think you know about this back and forth better than I do? This is what I will never understand. People will be like, nah, dude, I know what's going on. I know what's going on. That's right. Update on this. Efendim. Al. Ne oldu? Yine bir şey mi oldu? Oh my God. Here. Okay, no problem. They think you are doing damage control. I know. That's what's so. I don't even give a shit about this. Yeah, we're misogynistic and we're really fighting. You should check out the next episode to find out more. Okay. Yeah. And then people will be like, this is not a hill to die on. But yeah, this is real. This did happen. Streamer Hassan Piker reportedly put both his fingers in a Chinese finger trap and has been stuck for the past 5 hours. Oh, I didn't even talk about my personal news. So we shot the pod, and then I did the live stream like with Miguel. Miguel was live on his Instagram Live. He was like doing a release. He's doing like an album release, a song release, and we promoted the stream that we're going to be doing today. And that was a lot of fun. And then I don't know. I've just been like really, really tired lately. So I passed out fairly quickly after that. And then I woke up early, but my trainer is pregnant, and today is his wife's due date. So we've been tracking, we've been waiting for this moment. So it finally happened. So he's in the hospital, and so I was Mpreg. My trainer, my male trainer is Mpreg. First ever pregnancy of a man. So, which is really amazing, which is awesome. But, you know, I got that message in the morning and I'm like, oh shit. Okay. Passed back out, even though I went to bed at like super early, at a super early time, like 11, right? I passed back out, woke up, I was late and I was feeling so groggy. I was feeling so groggy and so shitty. And I was like, should I not work out today? You know, should I not work out today? Should I take advantage of this situation? But then I had, you know, I have that dog in me as always. I said, nah, I still got to go because I will always feel better after I go and work out, you know? And I'm so glad I did. And the reason why I'm explaining that to you is because I did end up going out and working out. Okay. And guess what? I feel great. I never skip the gym. Even when I'm tired, even when I'm feeling shitty, I never skip the gym because when I actually end up going and working out, fat phobia wins again. That's not fat phobia, man. What the hell? You can be fat and go to the gym. But ultimately, it's always good. It's always good to just like push. And someone said, I'm fat. I love working out. Fat people work out. Exactly. That's me, baby. Fat in the gym all the time. Yeah, me too, honestly. But it's just like, no matter how lazy you feel, no matter how shitty you feel, going to the gym is always good because it always makes me feel better. I don't know about you guys, but it always makes me feel better. So, you know, fat, skinny, don't matter. Just getting some sunlight is good because I get to do that because my gym is outdoors. Getting some sunlight is good. You know, human interaction is good. And most importantly, just like moving your body around is so freaking good, man. It makes me feel so goddamn good. It's amazing. And yeah, the last thing I want to show you, of course, is that like right after this is over.
Did you drink your pee?
Anyway.
Man, I feel like throwing trash at her right now.
Cutie,
Okay.
we don't
No,
have,
okay.
We don't have to talk about Taylor Swift. You have
That was scary.
You have a better.
You should be.
You have a.
I'm sick and tired of you.
You have a better segment.
Wait, do you have anything to say about it though?
I do have shit
It
to say
is
about
kind of the biggest news in the United States.
There's not. I personally feel, because I keep getting asked this, I really don't think there's much to say. I really don't.
No,
Are you happy for her?
No, I
She's
think you're gonna have a
engaged?
lot of smoke for the upcoming part of this Taylor Swift reaction, because yeah, I wanted to talk about it because you got Charlie Kirk being a fucking dickhead. Austin was trying to, yeah. What's really funny about this is Austin desperately trying to move the conversation aggressively, because he wants this whole time in the background. Austin's like, please shut the fuck up. Just stop talking about Taylor Swift. Not because he's like worried about Cutie Cinderella or anything like that. It's because he's got these guys waiting in my studio to do this bit. And it was incredible. It was an incredible episode. Banger episode. Spectacular episode. Those poor men waiting almost 50 minutes on Hassan's stream room. Yeah. It was awesome. But that's why he was trying to push the combo. But I guess there's a point where she basically says it's a fucking bit. Okay. I think, what is it, like around here or something?
Who obviously is very popular and incredibly supported.
That'd be a lot of children.
I think that
What is it? As I 4530s where Cutie says she likes farming rage clips. Yeah.
I don't remember. I just like farming those clips where I yell and then they cut it into something.
No, honestly, that one's gonna do really well.
I was running out of stuff to say. Yeah.
You knew there was men waiting? No, I didn't. I had no idea. You already talked about it, but I'm making a PowerPoint for Cutie and I'm going to destroy you and Will /J. Yeah. You need to start invoicing people for borrowing your takes. What is this?
And I will say, absolutely 100.
Wait, what the fuck? This guy is literally, I think this guy's a Nazi, chatter. Jesus is a Muslim, Muslim tiger, Muslim TikTok. Yeah, this Kenneth O'Keefe guy is pretty sure, I'm pretty sure he's a Nazi. Okay. And not like, I mean, he listen. I don't know if that was before he like came out and about and was like talking about, you know, Hitler and stuff like that. But these guys do have the capacity. Nick Fuentes especially is a very dangerous person for that reason. Like they have the capacity to make it seem like they have very reasonable takes. Like they know how to communicate, especially in the clip culture that we exist in. It's virtually the opposite of the way I operate because of my fucking unimaginable haters, where like everything I say, people try to clip out of context in a negative direction. Everything they do, their audiences will clip positively within the confines of like acceptability. So you'll see like a clip of them making a lot of sense and you're like, hold on, this guy's cooking. I don't know anything about him. And then you see more and more of that and you're like, wait a minute, I like this guy. And then slowly but surely, he just, you know, talks about how it's not about, it's not about dividing America. It's about these elites that are dominating our lives. These multinational, multicultural, globalist elites. All of them happen to be Jewish. They're Jewish. They're Jews. So like that's where it turns into. That's what it turns into. But for the uninitiated, for the average person that's just like constantly fucking going through this information environment, this landscape where there's like an incredible faucet of misinformation coming at them from every direction, when someone is able to cut through that, convincingly, you kind of build an audience and build momentum for yourself. I happen to experience the exact opposite of that because both my fans and my foes alike love to clip me in a negative way to fucking yell about me. So Philip DeFranco said he watches way more Nazi content now because he sees it as a huge blind spot in media. Yeah, he's right. I've always done this. Obviously, I am a person who is like constantly keeping tabs on what the fuck's going on in every facet, every ideological tendency in American politics, and obviously white supremacy. Hold on. I'm back. Are we getting? I think we might be getting attacked again. Oh. Is it just me? Like, I don't understand. I'm checking Kai Cenat's shit and his shit's fine. So it literally just feels like it's a me thing, you know? What the hell? That's really annoying. I thought it was just like, I thought it was a consequence of like Kai getting targeted or some shit. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm the one who's getting fucking targeted, you know? Kai has dedicated servers. No, you guys don't know anything. Please stop. Okay? You don't know anything. I'm sorry. You don't know anything. There are multiple points of failure in live streaming. It's not my hardware. It's not my software. You don't know. I know what the problem is. Speed, Kai, all the top streamers that utilize a specific service got targeted last night because the service was getting overloaded. The service itself was getting DDoSed. Okay? And anyone that tries to figure out what is going on here and then like makes up their own mind and consistently fucking talks about like, oh, it must be this or it must be that, you are incorrect. I know exactly what it is. I know what the problem is. I know where it's coming from. And it's just, anyway. Okay. Hold on. Hassan the Mighty Narrative Guardian angering the demons again. I'm not subscribing for this shit. Awful service, bro. I mean, you don't have to. But, you know, I've never... It's literally free. It's not a Twitch-related thing either. Okay? It's not a Twitch-related thing. Okay, everybody calm down. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. I'm going to blast off. I haven't even blasted off yet. Okay? TT's backups are all going towards Kai because that's more important. So every other streamer is getting cooked. It was happening to Wubby too. No, it's not a Twitch side issue. It's most likely not a Twitch side issue. I was talking about Philip DeFranco. All right, let me just blast off real quick because I got a lot of... I got a lot going on. What percentage of Fs are because of your internet? What are Twitch toolkit? Not Twitch TT, like the guy that does the servers for you guys. Okay. Hold on. No, they're not gonna like cook other major content creators just because they want to fucking... IRL Toolkit, the service, is not going to just like cook other content creators specifically because you change. Okay. Let me just blast off real quick. I'm trying to do so many different things right now. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. Thank you to Macy's for the playlist. He waters down his cold brews. Yeah, I do. Okay. Where was I? What was I saying? What was I doing? I'm all over the fucking place. Jesus Christ. Okay. All right, let's blast off. Ice raid at Hyundai with 475 plus arrests. The economy. Oh, right on cue. We got the gray. Oh, dude, what a wonderful moment here. I feel like live streaming in 2025 is like a ship that's constantly sinking, and I'm just like trying to plug as many holes as possible. But in the process of plugging one hole, 8 other holes prop up, and not have to plug those two. It was fucking great. You know, it's amazing. ICE raid at Hyundai with 475 arrests. The economy is tanking? Question mark. Shit's just popping off. The DOJ wanted to delete reps from Epstein files. What's Miguel's do we know what Miguel's like Twitter account is? Miguel and Miguel X LA Taco collab over ICE raids and more. Water park gaming later? Question mark. Get in now. Oh, it's just Miguel? Okay. That's cool. Miguel. Yeah, we got a lot going on. We got so much to cover. Someone mentioned Vogito has his own server now. Don't know if that would help. I don't work with Vogito. I don't know him like that. Will you cover the absolute batshit Wired article about surrogacy? Yeah, that's a crazy one too. Do we have a blast off meme? Oh, that's funny. Okay, we'll use this one. All right. Every day, man. Every freaking damn day. Okay, here it is, folks. Here it is. There it is. All right, here we go. We're still at it. We're still at this goddamn thing. We're still doing the dang thing. We still got it going on. Okay, don't get it twisted. Blast off is here. We are live. We are alive. Let the people know. We got the Justice Department situation. So this is a really funny and really interesting story. Yes, I read the article this morning about the SEAL Team 6 assassination of like North Korean villagers, like fishermen. Okay, I'm gonna cover that. There's also obviously yet another Trump deal on the table that Hamas said yes to, and it doesn't even fucking matter as always because Israel's like, nope. Don't care. We are not going to abide by any sort of ceasefire whatsoever because they're insane. Also, Google got a $45 million contract with Netanyahu's office to spread Israeli propaganda. Google's in the middle of a 6-month, $45 million contract to amplify propaganda with Netanyahu's office. The contract describes Google as a key entity supporting the prime minister's messaging. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about this beyond the fact that, like, this is the most, like, these people are insane. They're so insane. Yes, YouTube has been included in this. I know. There is a reason why you see so many, like, Israel ads on my YouTube videos, okay? It's because they never stop. Now, what's interesting about this is, like, is it impactful? Fuck no. Of course it's not impactful. But like YouTube and Google should be taking a stance at this point and saying like, no, we're not taking the millions of dollars in ad revenue that you're giving us. It's fucking bullshit. I don't see Israel ads. So much of my, people have talked about how so many of my YouTube videos are polluted with like pro-Israel ads, non-freaking stop, whether it be through other advocacy organizations, American advocacy organizations that work as American 501c3 that is obviously still very much pro-Israel, or whether it be directly from the Israeli state, the Israeli government. This article is from Lee Fong, Google's $45 million contract with Netanyahu's office to spread Israeli propaganda is only, from what I understand, this is only a fraction, okay? This is a fraction of the totality of ads that are everywhere. I mean, there's an unimaginable amount of ads for Turning Point USA, Tim Pool, all these other like right-wing institutions as well. And when it comes to like pro-Israel advocacy, when it comes to Hasbara, there are also a metric ton of ads on that front as well. On March 2nd, 2025, hours after the Israeli government announced a blockade of all food, medicine, fuel, and other humanitarian supplies from entering Gaza, lawmakers in Jerusalem demanded answers, not on the devastating human toll of such a decision, but on how Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office was prepared to handle the public relations fallout. I began with the example of the cessation of humanitarian aid. Did you prepare for this thing this morning? Asked Knesset member Moshe Turpaz, the chair of a subcommittee on foreign affairs in Israel's parliament. Avichai Edrai, a spokesperson for the IDF, who asked the same question later in the hearing, assured the legislators work was underway, stating, "We could also decide to launch a digital campaign in this context to explain that there is no hunger and present the data." Publicly available government contracts show that Israel's Advertising Bureau, which reports to the Prime Minister's office, has since embarked on a mass advertising and public messaging effort to conceal the hunger crisis. The push includes the use of American influencers widely reported on last month. As you guys know, a bunch of American influencers were sent to Israel specifically to go. A lot of them were PragerU influencers, as you know. They went there, they were like, see, it's the UN that's actually starving the Palestinians, even though they're not even starving and they're lying. They're actually fat. But also, if they were starving and you saw images of starvation, it's because of the UN. It's not Israel. Israel's not doing anything. I'm Israel high. I'm Israel high. I'm Israel high. Like, that was a out and about open a Hasbara initiative, an open initiative to do genocide denial. That was, everybody obviously yelled about that for a little bit, but this is another part of the multifaceted approach where it's a multi-front propaganda war where they know that they've lost the messaging front because it's like the pain and the torment and the violence is undeniable. They are literally doing a genocide, and everyone is slowly but surely coming to that conclusion in spite of the faucet of misinformation that you see. And yet, ultimately, there is an initiative here from the Israeli government to try and change the discourse, try and actually give people the tools to deny the genocide as well. But of course, I think it's an abject failure overall, unless someone is already personally invested in this, personally invested in Israel, personally invested in because there's a fucking polio vaccine. Yeah, I know. You're talking about the unimaginable success of the marvels of modern medicine. Andrew's trying to share his perspective of Fossilbot as a hater. In March 2021, Detroit was slam bad. We got told in the hospital to not wear masks in the hallways and couldn't get any gear we needed to do our jobs. We knew from the jump we were cooked regarding COVID. If we couldn't even contain it in the hospital, we knew the public would be fucked. We needed a China-style lockdown, and people act like 6 feet apart, and masking was draconian law. It should have been even more strict, but Trump and Biden dropped the ball. I got the vax the first week. Yeah. I got the vaccine as soon as I was able to get it. Like, as soon as it was my turn. I didn't even hesitate. I don't understand how people look at that and go, nah, dude. This thing that's like fucking murking people left and right and creating lifelong complications for the lucky people who don't get vented and then die. Okay, I don't want it. I don't want it to fucking choke slam my ass. Oh.